Okay, let's dive in. Welcome back to the Deep Dive, brought to you this week by White Sky Hospitality.
Hey there.
We've picked out 5 key stories impacting hotel and travel distribution.
Yep, things we think you really need to know about.
Exactly, curated for busy hoteliers. Think of it as your quick briefing on the really commercially relevant stuff. No fluff.
Just the essentials.
So today, we're looking at a big market making a comeback where tech investment is actually going.
We'll touch on Asia, too. Some surprising stuff there.
And changes in business travel, plus, of course, the ever-present topic of AI.
That's the plan. We've looked at reports from the European Travel Commission, UN Tourism, BCD Travel, Accenture.
And got some investor takes, too, right? Like Thayer and Adler.
We did. It gives a pretty rounded picture, I think.
Great. So let's kick off. Story number 1. Europe's seeing a big return of travelers, but, well, maybe not who everyone was banking on.
Right. What's really striking is this European Travel Commission data. It shows a massive, massive surge in Chinese travel intent for Europe.
How massive?
We're talking up 72%. 72.
Wow. Okay. And that's happening while other markets are dipping.
Exactly. The traditional Western markets like the U.S., Brazil, Canada, Japan, they're actually down between 5 and 7%.
And the sources suggest cost is a big factor there.
Yeah.
High travel costs making them look elsewhere, maybe.
Seems to be a major driver, cited by almost half of respondents in some surveys. It makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. So for hoteliers listening, the question is your marketing mix, your distribution, still geared towards yesterday's map?
Or are you adapting? It might even mean rethinking your seasonal approach, if demand shifts earlier or later.
Good point. Are you actually ready to welcome this specific wave? Okay, let's shift from demand to, well, where the money's going. Story 2, travel tech investment.
Yeah, you hear these big headline numbers like $5.8 billion this year.
Sounds huge.
It is, but the projection is actually for a decline.
Oh, interesting. So where is the smart money going then, if not just everywhere?
Well, based on what investors like Thayer and Adler are saying and looking at the deals, it's all about operational solutions for hotels.
Like what, specifically?
Think Hostaway, getting big money for short-term rental tech, Canary Technologies for, digital guest management, Muse for PMS.
Okay. So the nuts and bolts. Stuff that actually fixes a problem or makes things run smoother?
Precisely. Investors want to see clear ROI. They're asking, does this actually make the hotel more efficient or profitable? Less hype, more help.
Less flash, more function. Makes sense.
Totally. The focus is really on tangible benefits now.
Okay, practical investment. Let's take that practical view to a region now. Story 3, Asia Pacific. There's a bit of a puzzle here, isn't there?
There is. You've got UN tourism data showing really strong aviation growth, like 9.3% across the region.
Which sounds great.
It is, and China's recovery is just phenomenal. A 235% surge in search interest, jumping to second place in actual bookings. Huge demand.
Okay, so planes are filling up, people are booking.
But the surprise is the limited ADR growth reported in South and Southeast Asia, despite all this demand.
So more heads and beds, but the average rate isn't climbing as you might expect.
Not across the board, it seems. Which suggests, well, maybe there's a revenue optimization gap there for hotels in those areas.
So what's a takeaway for hoteliers in, say, Thailand or Vietnam?
It really hammers home the need for market-specific strategies. You can't treat all of Asia as one lock. Booking patterns, lead times, they vary wildly.
Got it. You need to drill down into your specific source markets and demand patterns. Okay, switching gears again. Story 4. Business travel. Priorities are shifting.
They really are. BCD Travel did a survey, and it found cost control and policy compliance are now the absolute top priorities for corporate travel managers.
Overtaking duty of care. That feels like a significant mental shift.
It does. And here's the kicker. While almost everyone, like 90%, uses a TMC for data, 2/3 of them aren't confident in the quality of that data they're getting. They don't trust it or can't use it easily.
Okay, that sounds like an opportunity for hotels.
A big one. If you, as a hotelier, can provide corporate buyers with clean, transparent, genuinely useful data.
Data that helps them manage their spend, track compliance, negotiate better.
Exactly. You're not just offering a room, you're offering a solution to their biggest headache. That's differentiation.
Helping the travel buyer look good internally.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay, last story, number 5. The big one. AI. Is it becoming the new travel agent?
Well, the signs are pointing that way. Accenture's research is pretty eye-opening.
What did they find?
They found 75% of consumers are actually okay with using AI for booking travel.
75%? That's high.
It is. And get this, 36%, over a third, see AI as a good friend for recommendations.
A good friend. Wow.
And for active users, AI already ranks as the second highest source they turn to for purchase suggestions.
Okay, so consumers are ready. How should hotels prepare? The source mentioned phases, right?
Yeah, 3 main phases. First, basically, get your house in order online. Optimize everything so AI discovery tools can find you and understand what you offer.
Make yourself legible to the machines.
Pretty much. Phase 2 is about using AI yourself to create proactive, personalized experiences for guests.
Okay, and phase 3.
That's the big leap. Preparing for zero-touch engagement, where the AI might just book autonomously for the traveler based on learned preferences.
Right, the AI just books.
Yeah.
That feels like the point where if you haven't built a strong brand or unique experience,
You risk becoming commoditized, just another option ticked by an algorithm because the price and specs match.
so the experience, the human touch, the unique selling points become even more critical.
Absolutely paramount. That's the key defense against becoming just a line item.
Okay, wow. So quick recap. We've seen the Chinese traveler surge in Europe, tech money focusing on practical ROI.
The Asia-Pacific puzzle of high demand but sometimes flat rates.
Business travel's intense focus on cost and data quality.
And the rapid consumer acceptance and evolving role of AI in booking. Lots of moving parts.
Definitely highlights the need for hotels to be, well, agile and really focused.
No doubt.
Which brings us to our final thought for you, the listener. Given all these trends we've just unpacked, shifting demand, practical tech, regional quirks, data needs, and AI agents,
Yeah.
how might you need to fundamentally rethink your hotel's entire distribution approach?
Yeah, where should your focus be right now?
And how do you prepare for that future where maybe an AI is your next big customer?
Something to definitely chew on.
Indeed. Thanks everyone for joining us for this deep dive into the sources.